I'm Steve Rosenbaum. I'm the CEO and founder of Magnify.net. And Magnify.net is very simply the way that existing websites that have done their job and built a great site can add video quickly, easily, in 10 minutes or less.
Steve, can you tell us a little bit more detail about what your company does?
What Magnify does is basically, for you, builds the entire video backend, discovers videos from all across the web, Rever, Blip, YouTube, Metacafe, Dailymotion, brings them into a search engine, delivers them to your website, and gives you the power to be what I think most people on the web who are running websites actually are, which is curators. And when I say curator, I don't mean like museum curator, like, ma'am, excuse me, stay away from that picture. I mean, like, you're passionate about your thing. You're like, and you want to find the best text, content, e-commerce, and organize it for your visitors. So Magnify is a curation engine. We launched a product in January. The traffic is just like,
How many people do use your service at this point? Do you have an estimated number?
no, we have a real number. I mean, part of the fun when I go to visit VCs, one of the things I say is I start every meeting with two promises. I say my first promise is, if in the 10 minutes I begin to present, you've heard this pitch before, or you don't think the space is interesting, you can raise your hand, you can earn back 50 minutes in your day. I'll go have a cup of coffee at the Starbucks, because there's no, people start by thinking, oh, it's video. All video is like, and you want to just get that glazed look out of their eye. And then the second thing I say to people is, this isn't an idea, a theory, a concept, a blue sky. These are metrics based on 9 months of operation. And all we're going to show you are hard numbers. So the hard numbers are, as of today, 16,500 publishers.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's
because
fabulous.
back in August it was under 10,000.
Yeah.
That is very impressive.
It's exciting. We look at growth in terms of page views, unique users, and site builders. And one of the things about the Magnify model that I'm really proud of is, when people talk about how big MySpace is, what's interesting is MySpace isn't big. All of the sites on MySpace collectively, when you bunch them all together, are enormous. But lots of those little onesie-twosie sites get seen by 5 people and their friends. Magnify borrows a page from that book. So anytime someone builds a channel on Magnify and links us to their existing community, we get to ride along on some of that traffic. And that's why we're growing so quickly, because we're literally drafting behind the growth on the internet.
You mentioned venture capitalists.
I some of my best friends and regular dinner companions. So Magnify is venture-backed. We have a terrific board of directors. We raised our first round of capital from New York Angels here in the city.
Excellent.
From Next Stage Capital in Philadelphia, from active angel investors in Washington, D.C., and from some well-known New York City individuals in the media space and in the internet space. And that we raised a very small round, $1.2 million, and we're now in the process of raising a larger round of capital, which, one of the things we knew going in was we wanted to focus on platform first, customer acquisition second, ad network third. And so we're just building the ad network as we speak. We're about 6 weeks into the ad network going live. So what we've done with Magnify is we've said, build your channel on Magnify, deliver the traffic, you keep the page views. So as opposed to us doing a rev share where the money comes to us and then you have to trust us to do the accounting. So the way Magnify works is you literally take your own ad code, you plug it into your pages, and 50% of the time that page plays, your code's playing and the revenue's going directly to you. And that can be Google AdSense, it can be link share, it can be Commission Junction, it can be Performix, kind of any of the affiliate networks. But it is really about putting the power in the hands of the site owner, because that's where we think the future of web video goes.
Excellent. Who would you say would be Magnify's competitors?
It's funny, there are 2 other companies that get mentioned a lot in our space. This may sound uncharacteristically laid back of me as a New Yorker. I don't think of either one of them as competitors. I like them both the teams and the companies. So the 2 companies are Ning and KickApps.
Okay.
And the reason why I say they're not competitors is, if you've got a website and you want to add video, and you look at Magnify and you look at Ning and you look at KickApps and you pick someone other than us, it means that they're solving a problem we're not solving. And so, we tend to think that in terms of the problems we're focused on solving, we do it better than anybody else.
Here's what we learned from our conversation.
Well, thank you again, Steve, for joining us.
My name is Megan Mitchell. I've been your host with Next New Yorkers. Join us next week for another episode.